Boom, boom. This is Kenro. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Well, I got a little bit of Azure laying on tap today. I want to go ahead and show you some of the ships because I've been having pretty good luck actually. Drew one yesterday and drew one today, and I also have managed to get Bremerton, and I think I have enough to get the other ship that's in the store as well too. So let's see. Yeah, I have enough to get Casablanca, so let's go ahead and get Casablanca. So there's Casablanca. So we're going to go over the stats on each of these ships to see if any of them are super good here. So let's go Casablanca right here. There's Bluegill. I got her in the event today. So let's put her in the favorites. All right, so let's go up to the favorites here and see what we got. All right, so first up we've got let's take a look at Reno. So Reno is a ship that you have to build. So she's got Vigilant Supporter at the start of the battle. If there is a CV or CVL afloat in the same fleet as this ship, it increases this ship's crit rate by 5%. And that is dynamic, so that will change as the level goes up. And then for each CV or CVL in the same fleet, increases this ship's damage to enemy DDs and CLs by 1.5%. For the first and second battles of each sortie, this ship takes decreased damage taken by 5% for all CV and CVLs in the same fleet. So that's a pretty good skill. That's specific though, so it would be helpful if you have a lot of CVLs in your fleet. So that will help out your backfield. So that should be good. At the start of the battle, increases this ship's anti-air by 5 and firepower by 4.5. Every third time on a ship your main fleet takes damage, increases this ship's anti-air and firepower. Can be stacked, so up to 2 times. So that's a pretty good skill as well too. So the thing about these ships is they have pretty good buffs, contrary to what some of the other ships in the same class. They've got quite a bit larger skill set. That should be helpful. Bremerton. When this ship fires its main guns, a 15% chance to increase this ship's main gun damage by 130% for 3 seconds. Wow, that's a pretty big boost. That's static, so that's always going to be 130%, but you can get the percentage up as that's dynamic. When this ship fires its main guns, a 40% chance to fire a special barrage that burns targets it hits for about 6 seconds. And a 10-second cooldown between activations, so that's dynamic as well. So you could probably get that up pretty high. So that's a pretty good skill as well too. Increases the ship's damage taken by 5. Yeah, it's okay, and it increases this. Okay, see what we're seeing here is we're seeing a lot of skills that based on the composition of your fleet could have some extremely high-reaching, high-end buffs applied to the ship. So that's extremely good. But here's the one I really wanted to look at. Let's go ahead and skip over to Intrepid. This is the one I was really hoping to really beat because I wanted to put another run another carrier in my US fleet. So let's see what we got here. After this ship finished loading an airstrike, it launches an additional level SB2C Helldriver airstrike, and the damage is based on the skill level. This armor inflicts armor break to all BBVCs and BBVs hit by it. So that's once this launch after ship fires additional. Okay, so this is not a skill. This is not a percentage base. This is what it does. So after it launches its airstrike, it's going to launch an additional Helldriver airstrike based, and it could be level 10. It could be pretty high. So that's actually quite a good. That's going to increase its damage pretty well. On the first, third, and fifth battles of each sortie, this ship takes part in increases the ship's AVI by 5. And in the second, fourth, and ship battles, it decreases this ship's damage taken by 4.5%. So, and that's dynamic. The percentage numbers are dynamic. That's interesting too. This could make her quite. She could be quite powerful actually, and she's definitely going to deal out a ton of damage because you're going to get an extra airstrike out of her. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yes, these are some pretty good ships. Um, so this is what I was hoping that there would be, that you'd be able to synergize them and with the current USS ships out there, just to see exactly what, to make them useful. Let's see what Marblehead's got. Okay, so here's every 20 seconds, 30% chance to increase the ship's reload by 20. Okay, this is what most of your your CLs and CVs, this is what they get. It's just a skill, that increases their damage or increases their reload time or something like that. Something it's something that could be useful, but it only affects them. It doesn't affect the entire fleet. While the skills that these ships have got seem to have quite multi-tiered buffs that could be helpful. So that's good. Let's take a look at the sub. Increases exposed damage against DDs and CLs by 5%, and extra oxygen. Increases ship's oxygen by 4%, which means it can stay under. So that's better. Oh, that's good. So the USS Bluegill, and it's Casablanca. Let's see what she's got. Quick takeoff. When the ship launches an airstrike, 5% chance to make the next airstrike available immediately. That's a pretty low percentage. If that was a higher percentage, this would be an extremely good skill because she'd be able to launch multiple airstrikes. Supporting wings, following the buff and active. As the start of this battle increases AVI by 4.5 and reload by 5%. Ships in 10% at reload. AVI's effect does not stack with same skill. So this another pretty good buff, and it's on a rare ship too, surprisingly. So this right here is, if you stack your fleet with a lot of CCs, CVLs, and CS, you could actually have a pretty powerful fleet. So that's pretty good. I like that. So yeah, these ships are pretty good. So those are the ones I've got so far. So yeah, I've got Casablanca and Bremerton. You can get them in the shop. You get them after just by earning the points during the event. Okay, and then you get Bluegill in the standard event. Right here, I've already got 10,160. So you get Bluegill right here. So I've already got her once there, and then I've just I do like 5 builds each morning, and I've gotten pretty lucky. I got Intrepid this morning. There's also a pretty good gift in here, some compensation for the server issue they had. They're giving us some more. So as I said, they might offer points, and it looks like they have 5,000. So that's a pretty big boost. I mean, that's halfway to Bluegill right there. And then 5,000 gold, 3,000 oil, 5,000 merit points. So that's good. 400 core and 10 more wisdom cubes. They also had I think it was 15 cubes this morning. I already went ahead and collected that, but I just wanted to show you this one right here, because they said they had a Tehu class in the build, and they didn't I guess show it. So that was pretty good. So they had Tehu right here, and she wasn't showing as listed. So they fixed that with an update this morning, and they now have her listed as being in the construction. Teho has been added to the construction, and they gave us some wisdom cubes if we wanted to draw on her to get her. So that's pretty good. Let's see what the rate up is on her. So 7% chance for a super rare, and then so it depends on how long she's going to be in there, but that's a special one. So it does look nice if you need to get if you want to get Teho. She is up in the special tab, but you also want to draw on this far tab. So I still got to get my hands on Cooper. Cooper. Yeah, Cooper. Cooper's the only one I need right now. So yeah, I just need to get Cooper, and yeah, I got Reno. So yeah, I just need to get Cooper. So hopefully I'll be able to get her within a few days, and have all of the ships. But these definitely, these ships definitely have some use in a fleet, especially if it's heavy in CCs and CVLs and CLs. It's going to be definitely definitely a good chance to do some, get some pretty good buffs, because a lot of them have 2 buffs in the same skill. So they definitely might be able to work some of these into my current USSS fleet. Definitely thinking about trying to work in Intrepid here, because this is great having an extra Helldiver airstrike to occur immediately after her attacks, and that's going to do inflicts armor break. So that's going to be good. Anytime you can do armor break, that's a good chance to eliminate an enemy ship fairly quick with no armor. So yeah, it's good. Like that. So yeah, I've been punching through it. It's not too hard. It's just a matter of getting in there and doing it. With all the oil they're giving us, it's pretty good. It's just going to go ahead and knock some more out. But yeah, so go ahead and remember the exchange. Remember the remember the construction, where you can get the ships built there. Then you got the layer medley. This is for Bluegill up until the 15th, so you still got plenty of time. Still got 15 days for that. Under the Mist, of course, if you want to go for the chat screen, then you need to fully limit break all of the ships in this under the build tab, and in this. So you're gonna have to get all these, and you're gonna have to get them to level 70 so that they can be fully limit broke. If you want to look for the ships that are eligible for it, just look in the mission tab. So you got Intrepid, Bremerton, Reno, Cooper, Bluegill, Marborhead, and Casablanca. So all of those need to be limited, fully leveled to 70, so you can fully limit break them. And then you have to go from there. So you're gonna have to get those bullets out. But I was noticing that that it will be it should be a pretty good shot. Now, if you look in the shop, if you can get enough of the actual, I mean, they got 5 Bremertons in here and 5 Casablancas in here. So the Bremertons will be pretty good, because she's a SSR ship. So you would have to use your prototype bullets. You could use the limit breaks from it within here. So it just depends on how much you're going to run. They've got but they've got other stuff in here. They've got the blueprints, of course, that you want to go for, and then you want to go for the parts, of course. In the main guns, parts are always valuable. So yeah, so that's pretty good. So that's what they got up. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So they got some pretty good ships. So this definitely might be something to consider focusing on and fully limit breaking them up, so we can insert them in the fleet to see how well they act. So I just want to give you an update, and we'll have a little bit more as time goes through. But they did post an update this morning, and for those of you looking for her, Tehu is now in the as a ship in the special. So if you want to get her for construction, okay. So thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember to go ahead and put a like on the video if you like it, and remember to click on the subscribe button if you want to be notified every time I drop a video. And this is Ken Rear, signing out.